like to offer my thanks. I would like to offer my praise.
She started to move, and I started to hear. She removed any doubts I had. She was smooth, sex appeal, so damn real. I'm in tune, gave me all those feels. She was a snake charmer, almost stole my soul. She was the end of karma. Bliss is all she knows. She just wants to share her with me. Peace and comfort and luxury. She peered upon my shoulder, felt the flames come closer, and she bit into my neck. Then I feel with passion like an tantric sex. She opened up my senses, enhanced my intellect, bonded me with her. Somehow I can't forget. She was a snake charmer, almost stole my soul. She was the end of karma. Bliss is all she knows. She just wants to share her love with me. Peace and comfort and luxury.
I would like to offer my thanks. I would like to offer my thanks. I would like to offer my thanks. I would like to offer my thanks.
She my hella, no umbrella. She the coldest, can't get more chiller. Your sex is a weapon, shawty a killer. Love dealer, pain healer, heart stiller. My nigga, when I was low stuck, you would roll up. Then we would roll up, then we would go up. Take off them panties and then we would go nuts. Make sweet love to me, take my pain away. Be my sunshine, take the pain away. Only when you kiss me, only when you touch
Be sure to like, subscribe, and do all of that cool stuff. Share the video with your friends and family. We're gonna get into some deep stuff, you know. I've been doing a lot of studying. I was trying to do this video on Instagram, wasn't working out. So now I'm in Studio A doing this video, also known as the crib. So if children burst in all of a sudden crying and screaming and things like that, just don't say I did not warn you. This is actually a podcast episode where we read a lot, discuss a lot of things, bring some humor to it, but also make you think about things in a deeper way. This is the occult meaning of Valentine's Day, and without further ado, I kept y'all waiting long enough. Let's get into this information. What brought about this conversation was completely spiritual, because I was studying one completely other thing and moving into a completely different other direction, and then spirit showed me, like, you know what, all this thing is in concurrent with the progression of the understanding that we've been doing on this channel. So for the past, let's just say, month, we've been dealing with the root chakra and Saturn energy. Now we're progressing to the sacral chakra, and we're dealing with Martian energy, Mars energy, sexual energy, but we're looking at it spiritually. We're looking at the psychic development. And I hope that y'all take this information that I've been sharing over these past couple of months seriously, as opposed to kind of like looking at me like I'm super deep. I'm not super deep. I'm just kind of following the prompts of spirit. And in doing so, I came across a powerful build that I just can't wait to share with y'all. I've been trying to share for so long, and it never came across. So hopefully it does well of us doing this build at the house, on the laptop, not on the phone, not on IG. So we're going to start this conversation. Dreamwise and Giant Killer mixtape, Vanessa coming soon. Mook producing all of the beats. Mook, but we need you to do Miami bass, straight Miami bass music. I don't want none of this new shit. I want shit that's trunk rattling. You feel me? I want the bass so loud that you can't hear nothing that we say. Just drown us out, Mook. Drown us out. Cause we probably gonna sound like two motherfucking winos on the track. Give us that Miami bass music, Mook. No. But the basis of this conversation is going to be on the tree of life. I didn't force this build. It was a natural, organic build, and it was easily relatable to Valentine's Day, because I had an event last February. Last February, we was doing Chakra Nova, and I got a hotel room so I could kind of like focus and do what I needed to do, but I wasn't ever thinking about it being Valentine's Day. I booked my hotel room like weeks in advance. Yeah, the week of February 11th, booked me a hotel. I'm gonna just do my one thing and do some studying. It was Valentine's Day weekend, and boy, oh boy. Like, you know, I was at one of the hotel rooms where the walls was thin. And so next door to me, I could hear that. I heard both sides fucking that day. And I think I heard people fucking on top of me. Needless to say, I didn't get any work done, but my man's on the right of me, he got a threesome. He had two girls in there, man. They was fucking for like 3 minutes. I'm like, how you gonna have a threesome and fuck? Like, it was over. It was over fast. And I'm just like, damn, all that energy and effort for 3 minutes. So I didn't realize that Valentine's Day was such a fucking freaky ass holiday where people was just really sexually active. I didn't consciously perceive the world to be like that, because I just been like, fuck holidays, and I've been married, so I haven't been dating. I haven't dated seriously in years, right? I haven't dated in years, so I don't know what it's like for y'all, honestly. Last year at the hotel room, I got a glimpse. Y'all is fucking for world records. Y'all is fucking for championship rings. Y'all the LeBron James of fucking most combined points in playoffs and regular season. With all that being said, understanding sexual energy, we're also understanding the foundation of our spiritual growth. And so before we can start to build with our community and understand with our community and connect to our community don't give a fuck about what we saying, because our community is too busy fucking physical, material, the matrix, the ego. Separateness or connection can be found in your sexual organs. You can completely isolate yourself sexually, right? You could be a lame motherfucker, man, and ain't nobody checking for you. What the fuck you gonna do? Some motherfuckers just keep being lame. Just to be like, fuck it, I'm lame. Don't nobody like me. Or you could build your sexual energy up, understand your sexual energy, connect to your sexual energy, and connect to others. It's bad chicks out here that will never get into a relationship. It's some fat, dusty, crusty motherfuckers right now in wedded bliss. Because your love is not external, meaning that you can look the best, you can cook the best, you can act the best, you can smile the best, you can be a fucking debutante that's spiritual, best of both worlds. If you don't understand the foundation of your spiritual connection or your sex magic, which is actually a progression from connecting to nature. Niggas care more about the metaverse than nature. Niggas care more about their online business than nature. So if you're not grounded, and you got all of this stuff, you got the tree of life happening within you, outside of you already. It's already mechanical. Like, you are an advanced motherfucker. But that's like having a cell phone and only watching porn on it. You know how much shit I be doing on my phone? I got crypto apps, I got banking apps, I got trading apps, I got all types of apps. I got apps to run my business, I got all types of shit. I got messaging apps, encrypted messaging apps. I got a VPN on my phone. What the fuck? Imagine you just having your phone and just going on Pornhub all the time. That analogy is human beings. Y'all literally be on Pornhub, so that's not even an analogy, that's an actual fact. That all of this technological advanced shit that's going on with you, you don't give a fuck about it. And on top of that, y'all let motherfuckers mentally masturbate y'all in reference to spiritual shit. And spiritually, what are you doing sexually? Who are you sexually? Do you stand on your dick? Do you stand on your pussy? Or do you keep your dick in the closet? Do you tuck your dick in? Do you put your pussy in the closet? Do you put your pussy to the side and pull out your dick? What are we doing here? Why is this important? Because your side is the foundation of your spiritual development. If I don't know how you, like, let's talk about this. In the hood, in the ghetto, it's baby mamas and baby daddies. In the suburbs, in the mansions, in the further rural areas, it's husbands and wives. Well, I know rich people that's baby mamas and baby daddies. We not talking about the small minority of life that you focus on to make shit sound good. If I'm knocking on every fucking door Sarah Lee Jane is gonna open the door. Hi, I'm the wife of this motherfucking. I'm the matrix of this motherfucker. I don't look like shit. I ain't never got my nails done. My pussy good though. And I got a nice ass house though. We got 4 cars though. We got everything that we need. Cause it's not about what you look like. It's about your spiritual foundation. Your nuts. Your pussy. Spiritual motherfuckers want to talk to you about everything else. Besides, what you fucking like. Right? That's your foundation. I tell you, the deep spiritual motherfuckers, before they was in transformation into their spiritual life, guess what they was doing before they was spiritual? Big hoes. Big fuckers. Fuck strangers. Have long-term relationships. Fuck the whole entire time. Why? Because sexual energy is the foundation. You got to understand negatives and positives. You got to understand light and dark. You got to understand being a whore. You got to understand being a nun. You got to understand being a baby mama, being a baby daddy. You also got to understand how to be a husband and a wife. Because I didn't start off my life being an upstanding husband and being and holding it down for my family and my wife. That was a progression. Because once I started to realize that, oh, how I stand in my relationship is the foundation to my spiritual life. What does the foundation equate? The outcome. It served me to be a man in my relationship. To be present in my relationship. Because that's the foundation. But also to be womb-centered within my relationship. To understand the processes. Learning my wife and my wife learning me. Sexually. But when I say sexually, it's not like we just having sex and learn. I mean, we do have sex. We got children, right? But I know about the luteal phase. I know about the ovulation. I know about her menstruation. I know about a lot about her because she teaches me about herself from the womb. The greatest gift that a man can have is a woman that'll tell you that she's ovulating. She tell you when she on her period, but she won't tell you when she ovulating. But she might say, oh baby, come have sex with me because I'm ovulating. Your dumbass doesn't know I'm gonna get pregnant because I'm ovulating. You just think I'm horny. A gift is a woman who says, we're not going to have sex 3 days before and 3 days after I ovulate. But shit, that give us, good 16 days, nigga. Shoot this motherfucking club up. Tear the club up. But you don't want to do that either. I wonder if I can show y'all a video real quick of what happens. I'ma definitely show y'all a video of what happens when sperm enters the uterus. Now, I'ma go in my YouTube history. If y'all see anything crazy in my YouTube history, I'm gonna ask politely that y'all not judge me. But that's not a guarantee because I don't know what's in my YouTube history. But at least I'm not going through my Google history because there's for sure some Pornhub hits on there. You're talking too much. No, I'm really joking. I haven't been on Pornhub in a while. Let's go. YouTube. I want to show y'all my history. Me and my wife watched this very interesting video yesterday. And this video proves why you should never, ever let a nigga shoot your club up. History. Let's go. Oh, I wasn't on really shit. Oh yeah, I was on bullshit. I was kind of on bullshit last night. I'm not perfect, yo. Out of a million. your wife hates your sperm. You feel me? Your wife hates your sperm, bro. She can't stand it. She can't stand it, bro. I hope not. I'm just showing the people something. They said that my video might get blocked. So if this video ends, it's just the breaks. Kind of used to it now. I'm trying to bring this information forward. So I'm saying this all to say, sexual practice, sexual knowledge, sexual understanding is so important to your spiritual life. You can do all of the meditation, all of the hoteps, all of the classes, all of the videos, all of the lectures, all of the workshops, all of the retreats, and not understand who you are sexually and miss the whole entire point of life. Because what is Yesod? Yesod is the foundation. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. They tripping off. All right. Keep this shit going, man. You know? Just trying to do the best that I can do, man. And they, you know, sending me little messages, little threats. What's up, pimp? This threats. About to cut your video off, pimp. All right, man. Let's get into this build. Yesod, the foundation, sexual energy, the occult meaning of Valentine's Day. Yeah, man. I got time today. Let's do some reading. That ain't gonna work. Maybe. You know what? Let's fit to screen. Bring my screen up a little bigger, like if I may. There we go. Now I'm in the game. Yesod appears in the configuration of the Sephirot along the middle axis, directly beneath Tiferet, and corresponds to Tezalem, Elohim, to the procreative organ, which would be the scrotum in the testes in the male, and in the female to the womb. Yesod is associated in the soul with the power to contact, connect, and communicate with the outer reality. If you just sit there for a second and you meditate on all of the bullshit that you've been trying to do to contact and connect and communicate with your outer reality, but you're not getting any feedback, then the reason that you may not be getting any feedback is because you are disconnected to Yesod within you. This is the womb within females, your uterus, your fallopian tubes, your vagina. Men, your scrotum, your penis. You know that thing that you jack off in front of porn every day to go to sleep? Wake up, smoke a blunt, jack off. That's your spiritual tool to contact, connect, and communicate. Not to just jack off with when you get horny. But yeah, spiritual this, spiritual that. Nigga, what you do when you get horny? Do you transmute the energy, or do you just rush to watch porn and jack off? and then be somebody's fucking sex doll for Valentine's Day. She only fucking with you on Valentine's Day so she don't feel lonely. She don't love you. She don't love you at all, little boy, because you don't love yourself. You would jack off when you get horny and not meditate and transmute that energy, or take the sexual energy and do something productive with it. Sexual energy, yes side. One's, if this is making sense. Two, if I'm just sounding crazy as fuck. Please. I just be needing to know sometimes. The foundation, yes side, of a building is its grounding. Its union with the earth, Malkut. So the foundation comes from grounding. In the last video that we did on Monday, when we did Saturn in the root chakra, I'm not just the nigga just talking, okay? There's a section in Saturn in the root chakra where we discuss grounding, where you just take your fucking shoes off and walk on the fucking earth. Simple shit. Grounding first, right? It's like grounding first. Why is grounding first? Because you are an electrical being. Your heart is beating through electrical signals. So quite naturally, you need to ground. You grounding naturally, but consciously grounding is activating your electrical connection to the earth that operates on the electrical grid. Is energy that's being sent to trees, to plants, to flowers, to grass. Why is it skipping your black ass? And look at you. You all smart and beautiful and shit. Not even recognizing that, oh, I'm special as fuck. I am the earth because I'm connected to it. The tree don't say it's a tree. The tree says I'm the earth. Because like when you look at the earth, you see the tree. You see you. When you look at the earth, you see you because you are the earth. It's one and the same. But if you don't connect to the very thing that you are, what the fuck? How do that sound? You know you live on earth, for a lack of better words. Or Urantia, Mu, fucking Atlantis, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Therefore, if you live in it, it must be you. The tree and you is not different. Me and you is not different. So connecting first, grounding first, and then building a foundation, what you do with that energy. What tends to happen is we just use that energy and seek sexual partners. Even if we do manifest, fellas, what y'all do when y'all get money? Y'all either buying prostitutes or y'all getting a wife. Why? Because sexual connection is the foundation of spiritual development and growth, whether you know it or not. You, by nature, you seeking a feminine partner. When you get your shit together, meaning when you ground and connect to the earth, like there's no reason that a man should not be prosperous. Only reason that a man is not prosperous is when he is disconnected from the earth for which he is. Just because you a little dusty, just because your shoes is dirty, does not make you not child of the Most High. It's dusty niggas with dusty girls on the bus right now in bliss. And it's some beautiful motherfuckers that can't stand each other. Hate that they ever met each other, but they look good as hell. Ass like pow. Perfect sexual compatibility, but hate each other. So where is the relationship connection point at? You just meet people where you at. If you know you dusty, don't be looking for somebody that ain't a little bit dusty. Corresponding to the procreative organ of the man, Yesod is the foundation of generations to come. The power to procreate is the manifestation of infinity within the finite context of the created human being. Each individual man is a small relative to all generations to come from him. The Yesod is referred to as the small limb of man, the small that holds the large infinite. The earth needs you to express itself, my guy, my boy. I'm just trying to be like you, my boy. That meme takes me out every single time. I don't care what it is, my boy. So, doesn't matter what your external circumstances is, because a limb exposed to its environment is a limb, right? But a limb transposed to what it actually comes from, a tall great oak tree, is still part of the tall great oak tree as a limb. The rock is still part of the mountain, no matter how far it's separated from the actual mountain. Without the mountain, the rock would never be. The infinite is within you. How do you access the infinite? You do not access the infinite by fucking on February 14th. I tell you that. I tell you that right fucking now. You do not access the infinite by having fucking this nigga, that nigga, skinny nigga, fat nigga. You do not access the infinite. You can learn how to get there if you wanna just kind of bypass all of this shit that I did to fuck up and you wanna fuck up on your own. Go ahead. Fuck the whole town. But you gonna come back to this point where I'm at eventually. Yesod is the small and narrow bridge between the infinite and potential procreation that flows into it and its actual manifestation in the progeny of man. This is why in the hood, you baby mamas and you baby fathers and you girlfriends and you boyfriends, the apartments filled with relationships, situationships, knocking on your door. Can I come in? Can I hang out with you? What you doing on Valentine's Day? Where people are really living at, for some reason, when you can be broke as fuck, you cannot have it. This is what the media doesn't tell you. It's one thing to be broke and to be judged as being broke. And it's a whole nother thing to say, I'm broke, you're broke, we're broke, let's not be broke. Let's come up together, me and you, be my backbone. I'll be your backbone. Support me as I support you. You're guaranteed to come up. This is why people buy houses and buy cars and start businesses. Millionaires, billionaires. They're not just out here fucking bitches. At a certain point, you might have experienced it, but then you settle down like, man, why is a person that can buy a fucking prostitute every single night, fucking just have all different types of girls, say, you know what, let me get married. But a broke ass motherfucker want to be a polygamist. Riddle me this. Does that make sense? One, if that makes sense. Two, if that's just some crazy ass shit that you broke and you want to have multiple women, but the rich motherfucker is just holding it down. Woo, this world crazy. All right, let's keep going. Why is Yesod? Okay, we seen. Let's look at this. Let's bring this into focus. Can y'all type in the Can y'all type in the chat the highlighted word? I want us to see what this word is and why the rich person gotta be married and the poor person gotta be a fucking polygamist. One, if that's right and exact, or two, if that's just some crazy ass shit. How you want two girls and you can't support the one? Man, come on, man. This shit crazy out here. Sexual energy is the foundation of all spiritual practice, because a lot of y'all got into spirituality and turned into polygamists. How'd that work? Spiritually, I just felt like polygamy was for, Spiritually, I just felt like I deserved two men. How'd that work? What's that word that y'all see? Okay. Check. 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 Okay. Good. See if y'all follow me. Matrix. 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 Uterus. Womb. So, baby mama. Baby daddy. Apartment complex. Husband. Wife. House on the fucking hills. Now all relationships ain't prosperous. But I know for sure baby mama and baby daddy is poverty energy. I don't give a fuck. Can't too much happen. You hitting me up for child support, right? You living off the child support or whatever the case may be. The child support and you got a job, so you doubling up on motherfuckers. However the fucking situation look like is not going to lead you to a house on the hills. Your baby daddy is struggling. You struggling. Y'all all struggling. Why? Why is the black community suffering? Y'all typed it in the chat. Yesod, the foundation of spiritual development. The foundation of spiritual development is the uterus, the womb. What does the womb do? The womb creates the matrix for which you live in. Period. You see it every day. Hi, my name is Kathy. I'm the matrix of this fucking house. You better not come in my fucking house. These is my fucking plates, my fucking pots, my fucking plants. It's my fucking cat, bitch. My washer machine, dryer, my fucking dishwasher machine. You see my fucking van out there, ho? That all came from my pussy, bitch. This is a nice fucking house, ain't it? Wood floors and shit, steps that you can walk up to. Y'all got steps in the apartment building or everything just in a fucking, right? How do the black community bring about prosperity to themselves? Y'all typed it in the chat. Womb. What's a womb? A matrix. What is a matrix? Let's read deeper. A pregnant animal. The source, the origin. So if we all come from something, all manifestations come from something. If we're going to get into a nice home, or if we're going to start a business, build a community, whatever I'm imagining, it has to come from something. So a wise man chooses a wife that is a source origin point for all of his desires. Or you can do it your own way. You know what happened to the man that did it by himself? He worked 80 hours a week. He ain't had no friends. He had no family. He was a bachelor. He was getting STDs from prostitutes. Just down bad. But he got the money. But he didn't understand the matrix of it all. The source origin to your desires, the foundation to your desires. Powerful stuff when you actually think about it. Motherfuckers breaking down the matrix and it's like, all right, that's what it meant. I'm still on this Yesod kick. This foundational kick. Men versus women. Women must be choosy. Why must women be choosy? Why does she look at you in disgust when you come through dusty? Why? Why is she treating you this way? Because if you come inside of her, dumb little boy, and she get pregnant, she got to sit with that baby in her stomach. You ever had a baby in your stomach for 9 months, a whole living motherfucking thing that you can't even sleep? You can't walk right. You got a whole fucking attachment to your ass. And then you give birth to it, hopefully if you got proper doulas and not anything can fucking happen when you having a baby. Anything can fucking happen. Fuck wrong with you? That shit ain't no play. Man, god damn. Nothing more stressful. I'm not even the one having the fucking baby, man. I'm walking out to the fucking hotel parking lot asking niggas for cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, y'all. Hey, man, let me get a fucking drag. What's wrong with you? I'm having a baby. You ain't having shit. That's how stressful it is. And I'm not even complaining. I'm not even the one having the motherfucker. Saying this all to say, having a baby is some crazy shit to experience alone. Period. End of story. As a woman, you need to make sure that you don't ever go through that. How do you make sure? You recognize who the fuck you are and what you're giving to a man. You don't feel so bad. You don't ever say, you know what, I want dick more than he want this pussy. You are out of alignment. You are not in your feminine energy. My wife don't even be thinking about nothing. She be bending over to change her goddamn shoes. I'm just like, girl, you done fucked up. But I do. You done bent over to pick up something under the damn dresser. It's over. That's feminine energy. And I'm not comparing. I'm saying that because everybody's essence is like it's a drive, like it's a magnet. You can magnetize your reality. We're talking about spiritual science, and I know, oh, I'm so stressed out, Hood. Hood, my life is just so in shambles right now, Hood. Oh my God. What about your sexual energy? Sexual energy? What's that? What's sexual energy? I don't know what the concept is. I'm just so confused. What is sexual energy now all of a sudden? I'm just so confused when you say build sexual energy. I just don't understand. You know what I'd rather do? Sit in my complaining, scared energy of, being weak and just, whatever. I'm just, not spiritual at all when it comes down to real life shit. Because the real life shit is what happens when you stand on your dick or you stand on your pussy. Oh yes, I'm spiritual. February 14th. Now I told you to call Tyrone. I'm gonna call Tyrone. Tyrone, can you come hang out with me? It's Valentine's Day. I done cooked dinner. I need somebody to come eat with me. So, and like you can really hook up with a nigga, and a nigga can come and fuck your brains out. But that's the worst thing that can happen to you. And you invite it, like, hey, sexy dude. And then want to talk. I can't get this spiritual shit. I can't meditate. I can't clear my mind. What you doing on the late nights on the weekends? I ain't fucking nobody, but I do be using my dildo though. I be minding my business. Hood, get out my business. This ain't none of your business. But Hood, can you help me become spiritual? Motherfucker, it don't work both ways. You can't just say, oh, I need help. Stand on your pussy. It don't got nothing to do with that. Just teach me about meditation, you black ass nigga. Okay. Don't nobody want to be it don't matter what you do sexually. It's the foundation though. But I want nice things. Stand on your pussy. I want a strong man that's going to protect and provide. Stand on your pussy. I done gave that away, Hood. That pussy long gone. You can't give them something that you done gave away, right? The man that you want should be the man that's getting the pussy, right? You shouldn't, and this is shadow shit. This is shit that's happening that nobody sees but you, right? The man you want is not getting the pussy. The man that you know you shouldn't be fucking is getting the pussy. And that's the formation of your world. This is why we in the apartment. This is why we late on rent. Because we're not spiritually, sexually, foundationally aligned. And the people that are successful. The end of story. They not having this conversation with you. Because they 10 times out of 10, they don't even realize the process and the alchemy of finding your partner. Masculine and feminine is how you start a car. Positive and negative is how you start a car. So where do you find balance in your life? Not in productivity, not in finances. You find balance in finding your sexual counterpart. How do you attract your sexual counterpart? Purity, exercise, diet. Don't attack yourself mentally. Don't beat yourself up mentally. If you look at yourself and don't see a fucking sexy beast, then change whatever the fuck it is that don't make you feel that way. Cause it's dusty niggas falling in love every day to dusty girls. Maybe apply more dust instead of makeup. Cause the dust be there before the makeup, you just cover up the dust. Maybe look at it from a pure space. And you can say, this is kind of dusty, for real. And when I clean up and when I make up, I don't look as dusty as I really actually look. Find a match. I hope I'm making sense. Anyways, this is what we're talking about, balance though. It's easy to find somebody that reflects who you are at that particular point. It's hard to accept that point. Because there's certain energies that only attract certain energies. It's weird. Water, I'll give you an example. When I was a part of a certain lifestyle, I would see different women that was a part of that lifestyle, and that was all that I seen. And I would have like this phone that would ring, and it'd be all types of different types of energies that be calling me, and random people hitting me up and stuff. And I'm just like, when I was selling weed, people would just walk up to me, hey man, you sell weed? When I stopped selling weed, don't nobody ask me about weed at all. But if I had it to sell and I put it out to the universe, I'm about to sell weed. People would start calling you for weed. It's like whatever you want to put yourself in the mindset of attracting, you gotta actually stand in it. So it's like, I want to sell weed, but I ain't bought no weed to sell. Nobody gonna really call me. But when I buy it, put the commitment, I'm talking to myself, I'm connecting with myself. I got this weed, I need to figure out how to sell it. You generally come to that realization. So, and that's magic too. It's the foundation. The foundation is very much distorted and skewed within popular society, within religious institutions, within the conscious communities, because we're talking about everything else. Niggas is talking about Atlantis. Niggas is talking about everything. Niggas is so advanced. Niggas is talking about Africa, fucking Egypt, the pyramids. But to the person who've never been there and want to get there, the way that you get there is utilizing your personal sexual energy for your maximum benefit. And there's such thing as Kama Sutra, mantras, tantra, movement, exercise, hip rows, learning, education. Or you can just wait till the lights get off and just start hunching on people and fuck for 3 minutes. This generation, I'm sure like the people that date, I'm sure y'all don't even have foreplay. I'm sure y'all just show up and start fucking each other. I'm sure y'all think like mating is reduced to like porno scenes. Hey, what's up? Nothing much. What are you doing? Okay. Like that simple. So another point that I want to get to that confuses you from the foundational point, independence. A lot of propaganda has been put upon our black women to be independent or to speak independence or to seek independence when it is your very virtue, your very nature at the root of your being. And this is men and women. As men and women, we are independent species. When we relate to each other, our goal is to become interdependent. One cannot be independent and then balance in the spiritual life. So if you see a spiritual person talking to you and you don't see his wife in the corner, I suggest you stop listening to that motherfucker, because he's only coming from a logical point of view. It's like two virgins talking about sex. They've never experienced sex, but they can read every book on sex, talk to you all the time about it, but they haven't experienced your side. They haven't experienced a warm, wet, gushy womb on the regular. See, some of y'all got wives, but they pussy don't even get wet for y'all. That's important in studying the Kabbalah, a wet pussy. Okay? That's the foundation of Kabbalah, a wet pussy. You understand? That's the veil. That's the magic. That's the psychic power. A pussy that is specifically yours and not focused on anything else but you. You get into relationships with women now on Valentine's Day and you just number 15 on the list. And if somebody comes better, she is going to ghost your ass. You'll be talking to her. It sound good. And the problem is, ladies, I can just speak for myself. I feel that. You only like me until you find a better situation. And then once you find that better situation, you realize it wasn't a better situation. And then you're texting, right? And then you're calling a nigga talking about, yeah, I fucked up. I didn't know what I had. Can we get things back? Right? This is what y'all do. Because you don't realize that it's not about multiple niggas. Period. If you in the game and you spiritual, if you ain't doing altar work to Pambajira, Lilith, if you not a chosen one, you need to focus on one man and show up for that man every day, no matter what. Even if, right? Because you're not a hoe. So if I treat you like a hoe, I start talking to you like a hoe, you get triggered, you don't like it, get one dude and don't flip-flop. If he a construction worker, he a construction worker. That's what you need. You don't need a drug dealer. Okay? The drug dealer is going to fuck you. He's going to leave you. And happy Valentine's Day. Okay? Valentine's Day is every day, ladies. Love does not hide. Love is not tricky. Love is not something that you have to figure out. Love is not something that you sit and pontificate on. I wonder if he loves me. Y'all confused even if a nigga is even going to spend Valentine's with you. Meaning that you ain't even consistent with a nigga. Like, you're not consistent with him, right? You're not consistent. It's not a foundation for you. That's not a psychic charge for you. It's complete ignorance. What I'm talking about in choosing a partner, what I'm talking about in love and your side and sexual energy, is that you gotta stand on your pussy. Your grandmother stood on her pussy. That was your grandfather. Your grandmother didn't say, you know what, nigga, fuck you, nigga. It's niggas out here better than you. I don't deserve this shit. Sometimes when you make a commitment and you bring life forward, that is the commitment and you gotta fucking accept it. That's invariance. To stand on your dick. This is my wife. This is my family. Ever since I got my wife, ever since I got my family, hoes been choosing up, but I'm not going to use that as fuel to boost my fucking ego. I'm standing on my dick. This is my family. This is my wife. This is my children. This is where I utilize my sexual energy in this vortex, in this bubble, because my manifestations and my life is the most important thing to me. And if I go outside of that bubble, start fucking randoms, we in fucking apartment buildings, in the projects, because I want to be fucking baby daddy, baby mama. I know if I smash, you gonna get pregnant. I know I'm gonna be a fucking baby daddy, period. End of story. I don't got enough money to be polygamous. I ain't in my 50s yet. Give me time, right? But other than that, shit, man. The most important thing is to stand in your relationships. Because why did you even start the relationship in the first place? I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I didn't know it was going to be this crazy. I didn't know it was going to take this much amount of sacrifice. I didn't know I was going to have to stand on my pussy for this long. You mean I can't just toss it around a little bit? You know, Nick play a game of volleyball with it a couple times. You know, I just want to pass it around like hot potato, couple of weeks, hot girl summer. To be psychologically sound is invariance. Meaning that if I come up $50 million, I shouldn't be looking at my kids and family like, man, I can do better. That's some crazy shit. These people got fucking variants though. They got damn the B2K variant, the Omarion variant, the little Fizz variant, the Raz B variant. There's variants all around. And the reality is we got to learn to be invariant. One of the related psychological terms to invariance is terms of service. Y'all just get on apps, open devices, sign contracts, fucking get credit cards, don't even read the terms of services. And then when shit happen, you like, what? Not being intentional, basically. And not being intentional in your relationships, not being intentional sexually is not going to allow you to open the door spiritually. Period. And you may not want to understand spirituality. You may just want to fuck, right? I'm just giving you an overall landscape of the occult lexicology of Kabbalah, because a lot of niggas have not experienced Kabbalah. They only read the books about Kabbalah, because a lot of niggas cannot get no black pussy wet and gushy, right? I don't know what to do with this. I didn't read about that in the books, Hood Mystic. In the books, it said that the Yasad was the foundation, and the foundation, and the white person that I read about this, he didn't tell me that, Hood. So yeah, niggas talk about the Kabbalah all day, can't get no pussy, which is a shame, because guess what they want? Wheat, black, gushy, wet, macaroni and cheese. But they know everything about the Kabbalah though. I'm talking about the foundation. I'm talking about shit that you can bear witness to. Oh, the suburbs, the life that I want to live, the rural area, the communities, partnerships, terms of service, Oh, everybody in this community standing on their dick, standing on their pussies. That's the only way that this community survives. Because when we get together, it be sneaky little sexual energy, messages passed back and forth. It's like, oh yeah, I like Hood Mystic. No, you don't like Hood Mystic. You just like Kyrie. Kyrie be having girls around him, and then you be in they fucking DMs when Kyrie not looking. Then when you DM me, hey Hood, let's talk about nothing. Ha 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 ha. Really, you just up in bitches DMs and shit. Right? Because men are useless, right? Period. You gotta be real spiritual out here in these streets. You gotta be real magical or ritualistic. Cause man, oh man, it's not easy. It's not easy to be invariant. Cause everything in society will trigger you to say, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let me just be single. Let me just fuck people. Let me just be reckless. A lot of people right now, I see it all on my Twitter, on my Facebook, on my IG. Motherfuckers are depressed and sad. Have y'all been seeing that on y'all IGs and shit? Ones, if y'all been seeing a lot of people more sad than usual as of late. Ones, if y'all been seeing people more sadder than usual. People dealing with depression and death and grief and all that types of energy. Have y'all been seeing that lately? Ones, if y'all have. Two, if everybody been happy-go-lucky. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all, and this is a follow-up question. Do you think, this is just a personal observation because we don't know shit. Do you think that those people were sexually active, or do you think those people were virginal and building up their sexual energy? Do you think they were wasting their sexual energy haphazardly and they have hit a fucking fork in the fucking road? They have hit a fucking wall to say, you can't live like this. Why do y'all fuck and go crazy and then stop if it's right and exact? Why would you expose yourself to a man, to a stranger that doesn't have good intentions for you? He literally wants to fuck you. Like, fuck you up. These people are sexually active, and it is bringing them to a point of hysteria, to a point of breaking down, because they do not have no foundation to their spiritual life. Because the gateway to your spiritual life is your sexual energy. Your sexual energy is not for pleasure, because pleasure is the same shit that dogs do. The same shit that rats do. It's animal shit. And you get animal energy, and you are God, and you are a child of the Most High, but you can't find that because you're too busy giving your sexual energy away for no fucking reason. It's become an addiction. And then you want to be married. And then you want a man that's going to love you and care for you. And then once you see that that shit don't work, you do it, right? You try it and it don't work. It don't work. Nobody's going to accept that. What's the next step? You become ambivalent. So now you date men. How did this work? Easy, breezy, feminine energy. When you was a flower bursting with life, giving your essence away. To lowlifes, come across good men, and now you're afraid. Now you don't want to get freaky. Now you don't want to give feminine energy. Now you just in a relationship, just waiting for yourself to be hurt. Waiting for another shoe to drop. Waiting to hear about his baby mama. So ambivalent people don't even seek the dudes that are available, which is 85% of men, for the most part, are single and available. They go for the girl they go for the dude that's with their girlfriend. They go for the man that's married. They go for the high earner, high achiever. And niggas ain't shit. We will take that ass down. What you mean? I will make time in my fucking schedule. What you talking about? Toss it up. If you gonna give it to me like that, I'm gonna take it like that. Right? So this desensitizes you to men because you think you understand men. You think this is how men act, but you are the source origin. You are the matrix to what happens. My first girlfriend, we didn't have sex for 9 months because that's what she said. She stood on her pussy. She was a young girl. Don't tell me you get older and lose your majesty. No, you just get older and more disconnected to your uterus, to your womb. No young girl should be pressured by a young boy to have sex because that young boy does not have to carry a child for 9 months. You cannot carry this child, my guy, my boy. So of course she's going to tell you no, you can't have sex with her. For a multitude of reasons. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. You might ruin the chances with her actual husband if she fuck you, fam. Yo, energy too low to be getting to that pussy. You don't got enough money, fam, to even be talking to this lady. This woman is a matrix. This is a creator. And you don't got no ambition, no drive. You don't want nothing for yourself. So how you gonna want something for her? But these is the niggas that y'all talk to. So this clouds your minds in reference to, oh, this is how men are. So now you pursuing that type of nigga. You know the type of nigga, I'm too busy for your ass. Yeah, right. Oh, he's married. Let me holler at him. Where you think that's going to lead up, sis? I'ma steal him from his wife. Really? Your pussy that good? Yeah, it is that good. I'ma give it to him and watch. He gonna leave his wife. He gonna take that pussy, go back home. Guess what, babe? This girl gave me some pussy for no reason today. She must have gave you some pussy because I was married to you. You damn right she did. Because she would have never gave me no pussy if I was single and available and ready to love her and hold her down. I tell you one thing, if you do want to get a girl, just get married. That's a joke. You gotta catch up. You got to catch up to it. This kind of ambivalence, more than any other, feeds on fantasies and delusions. I'ma steal him from his girl. Oh, he fucking with me on Valentine's Day. He really loved me. He ain't with his wife and kids on Valentine's Day. He digging me out. But he with his wife and kids 364 days. He's sleeping next to his wife every single night. But I fuck him on Valentine's Day. Fantasy and delusion. Love spells, fantasies, and delusions. Y'all will do a love spell and the nigga knock on your door, but that ain't the way that you did your love spell. So you don't even see it. Or why you doing a love spell, but you not doing womb work and you not doing spiritual baths and you not doing magnetic work. You not purifying your body. You not exercising. You not understanding one man and what that one man wants and requires out of a dream life, because you figure you can do better than him. So you don't want to give him the positive energy that he needs, because you gonna wait. You waiting for your dream dude. So you doing love spells, spiritual work, overlooking the actual dude for the conceptual idea of a nigga that don't exist. Delusions and fantasies. I'm only telling y'all this because I love y'all. I'm only telling y'all this because I care about y'all, and ain't nobody else gonna tell you no type shit like this. And I show it to you so you can read it. Often ambivalent individuals will destroy relationships when they start to get serious, or whatever point the fear of intimacy comes up. So fucking on Valentine's Day really ain't nothing to a player. Really ain't nothing to a G. I'm going to talk about two more things and I'm going to get up out of here. But I'm going to talk about sex magic, and I'm going to talk about the nature of finding a relationship and building a relationship, or even finding a bond. Because this is actually how to do it. No spells, no trickery, just real life spiritual shit. I'm taking this from the lust card because lust gets a bad rep, right? Lust at the lower level is just sexual energy. Lust, when you're disconnected, when you're not grounded to the root chakra, is just you wanting to get a nut off. You want to squirt, have an orgasm, and feel good internally. And once that orgasm happens, once you bust that nut off, you still that lonely, sad little boy that she don't even fucking love. She just used you for a fucking nut, for a sexual experience. That's tragic, because that same modality could have you in a fucking mansion with a gated community, if you so desire, or a farm, or your trucking business that you want to create, or whatever the fuck you be so focused on creating. But the modality for you creating it, the thin veil, the mirror, your psychic force, your connection to spirit, you just send it to goddamn Pornhub every fucking day, 3 times a day. Then talk about you want a wife. You already got a wife, nigga. Her name is Pornhubia, bitch. In sub, I don't know who be talking through me. Somebody be really going through me. Somebody be really on y'all asses. Y'all too old and too stupid to be watching Pornhub. And I don't know. I gave it up. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all on. In summary, Babylon is the Scarlet Woman, Crowley's lovers, Gemini, our mind, our connection to source, representing the carnal desires. The beast is awakened by her attractiveness to him. The beast also represents our lower desires being activated by the Scarlet Woman, or our worldly attachments. So 0 equals 1. We are the world, and this is our playtime. But if we're not in a positive frame of mind, understanding who we are, building unions out of love, then we will be attached to something outside of us, which is the greatest tragedy of all. Now, there's 2 levels of matrix and physical entrapment. It is the earth. That's the first level that we say, I hate earth. I don't want to be here. But the deeper level of earth is the physical body. See, the physical body is a microcosm of a greater macrocosm, because we can understand ourselves counterimposed to the earth, a forest, being in a large area, and you very small. And you don't even matter really, because you're just this earth, this desert, this forest, and this landmass, and I'm just this little person. How do I matter? Then you counterimpose that analogy to your soul in reference to your human body, and then you're like, oh shit, I must matter a fucking lot, because if I didn't have a soul, I'll be fucking on the corner. I'll be fucking, who knows? Soulless motherfuckers, man, be watching Law and Order SVU all day. And once the fucking marathon go off, they start masturbating to go back to sleep. They eat food and smoke weed and drink alcohol and shit. No soul. Another thing. Man, y'all gotta stop drinking the fucking alcohol. Shit not even doing nothing. But ingesting the spirits. It's bad, man. Real bad. That alcohol ain't no shit that you could just be drinking and be like, oh, it's cool. Like, I'm just drinking some alcohol. Like, it's like, yeah, spirits. And we trying to create a pure connection to the divine. It's a very thin, like, if you realize how thin and narrow actual spirituality is, you would focus on who you are spiritually and not feel as if you are little. You are the little limb, but that little limb is enough to represent a larger whole for which you are a part of. And this is the power that's within you, and this is the power that you give to niggas off of Tinder for nothing. Don't even make sense. We must remind ourselves of the lofty position of this card, the lust card or the strength card, on the tree of life, Yesod, or Teth. That is also part of the major arcana sequence and therefore relevant to a spiritual journey and so joining in ecstasy with the highest of impulses that will quicken our spiritual progress. So that's a lot of words, but sex and spiritual progress are synonymous. That's the roadblock. I shared this story before. I'm going to share this story again. I went to see Brother Amp, who had a lecture, and it was the beginning of my spiritual journey. And I was talking to this man. I thought it was fate because I grew up in Canton and I wanted her so bad, but she was out of my league when I was in Canton. But by the time, moved to Columbus, I done stepped my game up a little bit. I feel a little better about myself, but I just ran across her again, and I started talking to her, and it was like God had put us in the same place in the same time. Now, the fact that I wanted to listen to R&B music at night and she wanted to listen to trap music didn't matter. The fact that every time I got around her, something bad happened didn't matter. And it was horrible. It was like Murphy's Law. But I overlooked all of the negative things that was occurring because she looked so good, right? She was bad, a baddie, and she was into me, but she wasn't into me. She was taking advantage of me because I didn't know who I was. It's a big difference. And so I went to a lecture because I was really deep in my spiritual journey at the time. And her being in my life was inflating my ego, my spiritual ego, because I figured that the ancestors was on my team by putting her in my life. And I was expressing this to Brother Ampu, and he was looking at me like, no, that ain't it. You on some bullshit, and you need to let her go and get into your spiritual self. And I'm just like, who the fuck this nigga think he talking to? He don't know what the fuck he talking about. She is in my life for spiritual purposes only, my guy, my boy. But what had happened was she played me to the left, to the right, to the up, to the down, because I wasn't on nothing. I wasn't intentional, and it wasn't supposed to be. The glamour of it all. And the glamour of it all can actually think that you are progressing spiritually in life and you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing. You feeding your delusions and your fantasies. That's spirituality too. That's a large part of spirituality. Niggas being delusional and being in fantasy world. Tell me I'm lying. It would kill niggas to talk about practical, applicable, spiritual things. They want to walk you in the motherfucking circles and ring around a rosy on your ass. You know? So to really get into quickening your spiritual progress, you gotta find the one that is equally yoked. And this takes deep introspection. It's easier to introspect and reflect when you understand yourself as a child of the Most High. When you understand that the kingdom of heaven is within you. When you understand that within you is the whole universal structure. Even though you are small, you are infinite. Even though you are small, you are infinite. Even though you are small, you are infinite. You need to reflect on that actual fact and not the fact of you being a small limb. You are very important. Used for its highest purpose, we can transform this sex energy upwards. So root chakra, sacral chakra. These are not just cool things to say. These are actual things to become spiritually aware and deeply psychic. Because you're not sending your sexual energy off for bullshit and fly by nights. And if you trust yourself to not give yourself away to niggas and do dirty energy that don't deserve it, you will receive that for which you are trusting yourself initially. Because to give yourself away is not trusting yourself. And the new aeon awakens in our life. With our new world needing readjusting, Sephirah, as our old perspective dies, due to the alchemy of sex magic, Kundalini rising from the Holy Grail. Now, when you get Chakra Nova, you gotta read the end of the book, The School of Sexual Science. Because if you don't understand sexual science, you don't understand chakras. How do you, every night is an opportunity for magic when you have a divine partner. But you wasting time dealing with people that you can't build honest communicative relationships with, that you can't be authentic with, that you want to be ambivalent with. The soon as they trigger you, the soon as you getting rid of them. But not even really craving the other side of sex magic. Y'all ever seen that meme on TikTok when they be like, self-love this, self-love that? No, I need somebody to fuck me. What you talking about? I need you to ride that thing. What you talking about? I need to hit it from the back. Sometimes I need to pin them fucking ankles, but I can't do that with strangers. I need somebody to do that with I can trust. Because we sending off energy. She giving me energy. I'm sending her energy. We've been building energy for years, and it manifests into something. It manifests into a woman that I can build a legacy with, that I didn't even realize at first. But this is the power of alchemy. It's not perfect at first. You build it up, but at least you can do is talk to a motherfucker though. Have a conversation with a bitch. Hey, this is what's going on with me. Don't run away from me. If a man is sexually attracted to another woman, that's the same way as saying, I breathe air today. You shouldn't leave him for that, especially if he's communicating to you. Now, if he's lying about it and hiding from it, that's another thing. But it's times where I try to communicate my desires and my feelings and things that arise, and women look at me like I'm crazy. Like I'm not crazy, I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing, lil hoe. I have feelings and shit that happens that you can't explain, that you can't put in a box. And the reason I'm sharing, so you can know, so we could change this shit. Don't look at negativity and not figure out a way to do alchemy. You and your partner going through bad times, you personally going through bad times, Make a list and put your pussy on it. Put your dick on it. I know that sounds crazy, but what else? What else you got? What else do you got that represents magical energy that you don't even understand? But you understand its force, you understand its power, so much so that you will fuck a stranger, put your life in danger with the same shit that you can do sex magic with. The same thing is like, yeah, chakras, bakras, cause you ain't been fucking right. It's Kundalini, I don't get it, cause you don't fuck. You don't have nobody to hold you down consistently and pin you down. You gotta search for it. You can't build a relationship up. Then want to talk about sex magic. Do the fucking meme with Eddie Murphy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use this nigga for new moon energy. It don't work like that. It's a whole astrological wheel to this thing. So having the conversations with your divine partner is the way to go. And if you are single, you could feel like I'll never get the thing for which I want. And I want to move you into the nature of God. I want to move you into the nature of love. The nature of God, the nature of love is spontaneity. It's not manipulation. Spontaneity is, are you going to have a boy, girl, twins, triplets, quadruplets? Don't know. You have to know that it is happening without you planning it. You have to accept it. You have to prepare for it. And I know that is not going to happen the same day that you accept it. But I promise you, within 4 months, guaranteed, somebody will walk into your life because you're preparing for that. You're waking up knowing that the spontaneous nature of love, the spontaneous nature of God is happening for you all the time. But how do you turn the switch on if you're single? You turn the switch on with your sexual energy. Men, you have to learn shit. You have to know shit. You have to produce shit. You have to exercise. You have to be a fucking man. Every single fucking day, you have to look at the easy choice and the hard choice and make the fucking hard choice. Because you're a man. That's your magnet to love. Women, y'all gotta stop with the waist trainers. Y'all gotta stop with the BBLs. Y'all gotta start learning herbs. Herbs can give you a BBL. Understand psilocybin, psychedelics. Get into earth. Be one with the shit that you are, ladies. Be earth. Understand it. Be one with it and receive divine masculine energy. I receive divine masculine energy. Take your shoes off. Put your hands in the dirt and just receive divine masculine energy and be invariant to the concept. If you receive divine masculine energy and a man comes to you and not in his divine masculine energy, you let him know that you don't receive that. You only receive divine masculine energy. Be invariant to the point. And maybe you will turn that man who doesn't have it into it, and he will give it all to you. This is alchemy. This is the spontaneous power of God. You don't know how the seed is extracted from the actual, or the plant extracted from the seed is a symbiotic process. It's a spontaneous combustible process of earth. It's a supernova. It's an orgasmic experience. It's fun. It's good. It's happy. It's energetic. And y'all don't be having that shit. Y'all be fearful. Y'all be sad. Y'all haven't bought lingerie since fucking 2012. It's 2022. It's 10 years. You haven't even wore lingerie. Okay? Don't know shit about spontaneity. Want to tie a nigga down into obligations. Can you do this? Can you do that? Uh-oh. I see you in your phone. You must not like me no more. I texted you and you left me on red. It's Valentine's Day. Where you at? It's Valentine's Day. It's not spontaneity. It's the opposite of spontaneity. It's a planned day of demon making. One more thing and I'm going to get off this live. So the tree of life has an upper side, it has a lower side, and it also has a human body side. And the reason that I'm saying that is because you can look at the upper side as demonic, you can look at the lower side of demonic, however you want to interchange it. It doesn't really matter to me. It's angelic energy and there's demonic energy. It's niggas that'll fucking shoot you. It's people that'll beat you up. It's people that'll rob you. It's people that'll break in your house. It's motherfuckers that's on bullshit. To me, that's demonic energy. Kodak Black was in LA. He got shot in the leg. Demonic energy, okay? Angelic energy is fucking Kodak Black at the Super Bowl, having a good time with his friends, at a party, kicking it. He get to go home to his fucking family. That's angelic energy to me. I'm not trying to complicate this thing. The reality of demonic energy is that it's birth to life. How is demonic energy birth to life? Demonic energy is birth to life through the sexual energy. First, you fall in love with a demonic entity. He's saying or she's saying and doing all of the things that you wish for them to do, but they're lying to you. They're deceiving you. They're painting a picture and they know that they're lying to you. They know that they're deceiving you. They know that they're leading you down a path that has no actual ending. And then once they get what they want, which is usually sex, your heart is broken. Once your heart is broken, you start to thinking all types of crazy for which you never thought. You start to get depressed. You even start to feel demonic. You start saying, well, fuck these niggas. Fuck these hoes. I'm gonna hurt these niggas the same way that I'm hurt, right? So, what am I saying? How is demonic energy birthed through the world? Through sexual realities and sexual demonic entities coming in cross with the chosen ones and leading them into sexual temptation. Once you realize that you are a chosen one, the difference between being tempted is that you realize that you're being tempted because the person who really loves you, the person that really supports you, will be the person that shows up for you. You fall in love with ambivalent people because you don't understand who you are sexually. You really look for people to feed your ego. You really look for people to suppress your shadow. What do I mean by people to suppress your shadow? Feed your ego is, we look good together. She looks good. I look good. He make a lot of money. She make a lot of money. We're on the cover of the fucking magazine looking good. We're on IG. We got a lot of likes. What are we not talking about? Your personal development, your personality disorders, your spiritual development, your lack of connection to source. So the person that feeds your ego is also the person that suppresses your shadow. And all of these energies come to a head sooner or later. When you have honest, communicative relationships with people, you don't have to worry about this. But you also have to be initiative in this, because if you're not clear, young ladies, young men, if you're not clear with a person and they still want to act like they want to have sex with you, they are demonic entities, period. You gotta be patient. And it's not to say that you can't do alchemy with people and transmute this energy and work it through, but you have to absolutely do this. You have to absolutely do this. If you talking to a man and he's pressuring you to have sex, identify him as a demon and rebuke that demonic energy. Because no man that values you even if he wants to have sex, he'll tell you, I want to have sex with you and I'm just feeling these ways, but it's not something that I actually want to do. It's something that I'm processing. And maybe it's the way that, you just got to talk to him. Because it could be, I know y'all don't understand, right? And I know I might trigger you, but if you come around a man in leggings and your titties out and you want somebody to love you and support you, you might want to tuck your titties in. You might want to kind of chill with the leggings, wear baggier clothes, because if I will fuck you and I don't want to, but if you put me in that energy, it's almost like, since I am heterosexual, I have to express that, right? And I'm not saying that I don't put myself in them positions. I'm just speaking for people who may be putting themselves in positions to be in energies that are sexually charged and you are not having the conversation. These are demonic situations. Valentine's Day. This is a time all across the nation that demons will be birthed. Demons will be conceived. And when you look at the neighborhoods, when you look at these communities, the reason that these communities, you can blame the white man, but the white man doesn't have nothing to do with who you fuck. One, if that makes sense. Two, if that's some crazy shit to say. One, if you can't blame the white man for who you have sex with. Two, if you absolutely can blame the white man for who you have sex with. It's the white man's fault for who you have sex with. Two, if it's the white man's fault for who you have sex with. One, if it's your responsibility to stand on your pussy, to stand on your dick. We got to learn to have conversations with each other. We got to learn how to have conversations with each other. We cannot continue to bring fear, loneliness, and depression into our sexual unions. We have to learn to bring divinity in our sexual unions, find divinity within ourselves, bring alignment, and water seeks its own level. Okay? So that has been the big presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing. I'm happy I did it this way and not do it on Instagram. I realized that everything has its purpose, and following its purpose is actually good. I'm happy that I was able to express what I needed to express. Young ladies, do not let a man pressure you into having sex, right? Because that man is not carrying the burden of a child for 9 months. If I pressure you, don't let me pressure you for having sex. Because even me and my ignorance and my lust, I might even be on some bullshit one day and not even realizing that, no, this young lady can carry a child for 9 months. And that's extremely serious. And I need to be extremely careful with how I handle myself. Young men, you cannot carry that baby for her. So if you care about her, you won't have sex with her until you're ready to support her and that vessel and that child. You guys coming together is so powerful and so beautiful. For you not to be careful and to have conversations is very sad. So, I hope you guys learned from this. I hope this improves your relationships, and you appreciate it. In the upper left-hand corner is my Cash App, my Patreon, and my Instagram to keep in contact, DM me. But with all that said, man, y'all enjoy your day. I'm gonna get back to my readings and get back to my business, but I'm happy I got this share off. My next video that I will be doing is covering the upcoming full moon, and y'all stay